The first time I took vitals on a dead man, it was 2:47 a.m. I remember the exact time because the wall clock above the nurse's station clicked over, loud as a gunshot in the empty hallway, just as I scanned his wristband. My scanner beeped, patient not found. Night shift at St. Gideon's is a different world. Fewer staff, dimmed lights, and miles of linoleum that echo every step. I was a new nurse then, 3 weeks off orientation, still convinced the worst thing I'd see was a nasty fall or a code blue. That night, I was the only RN covering the older wing on the 4th floor. 12 patients, mostly post-ops and respiratory cases. I knew every room, every face, except him. It started with a call light. I was charting when the hallway board pinged. One small red rectangle blinked on. Room 409. I frowned. We didn't have a 409. The rooms on that side went 405, 407, 411. I thought it was a glitch. Those boards freeze all the time, so I reset it. The light blinked off. 30 seconds later, it came back. Room 409, call bathroom. I wheeled my chair back. You've got to be kidding me. I checked the bed census on the computer. No one listed in 409, no room 409 at all. It skipped from 407 to 411, just like I remembered. But the board wouldn't stop. The call came again and again. The little red light was starting to feel like an eye, pulsing, watching me. I picked up the hallway phone and dialed maintenance. 4th floor nurse station, I said. The call light's glitching. It's showing a room that doesn't exist. Static crackled on the line, then a tired voice. Just unplug the board and plug it back in. If it's still acting up, submit a ticket. I hung up frustrated and walked over to the panel. As my fingers brushed the plug, the board flicked to a new message. 409, assist patient, and under it, 3 words I'd never seen on the board before. Please hurry, nurse. I froze. The hair on the back of my neck stood up. The board messages are pre-programmed. Bathroom, pain, bed. There is no option for please hurry, nurse. I stepped back in the hall and looked down the dim corridor. Our ward is old, flickering fluorescent lights, buffed floors that never quite look clean. On the right, 401, 403, 405, 407, then a blank stretch of wall where 409 should be, then 411, 413. The call light for 409 blinked on again, but this time a soft chime echoed from the hall, from the wall. For a second, I thought I was imagining it, but I heard it again, muted like it was coming from the other side of the drywall. The same soft ding our bathrooms make when someone hits the call button. I knew I should walk away, submit the maintenance ticket, and chalk it up to broken wiring. That's what a sane, overworked night nurse does. Instead, I walked down the hall toward the blank wall between 407 and 411. The closer I got, the colder it felt. Hospitals are always chilly, but this was different, like walking into a freezer. My breath clouded faintly when I exhaled. My shoes squeaked on the polished floor. And then I saw it, an outline, just a hair's breadth of metal frame showing around the edge of the wall, like someone had painted over a door but hadn't done a perfect job. If you weren't looking for it, you'd never notice. The call chime sounded again. This time, it was clearly from right in front of me. Nurse? A rasping voice, muffled like through a heavy door. Please, I pressed the button. The sound cut straight through me. Weak, male, mid-50s maybe. Not angry, just desperate. My hand shook as I reached out. The wall felt solid, cool, but at the spot where the metal frame peeked through, the paint was chipped. I dug my nails into the crack and pulled. The door came away like it had just been painted shut, not sealed. Dust rained down as the frame groaned open, revealing a dark room that smelled stale, like old linens and closed windows. I hesitated at the threshold. The only light came from the hallway behind me, barely pushing back the darkness inside. I fumbled for the switch and found one. The overhead light buzzed to life, dim and yellow. There was a single bed in the center of the room, an old model, not like the electric ones we use now. The mattress was made up with thin, yellowed sheets tucked tight. The wall-mounted TV looked decades out of date. There was a rusted call button hanging from the side rail. Lying in the bed was a man, gray hair, sallow skin, hospital gown, oxygen cannula in his nose, IV taped to a bruised hand. His eyes were half open, staring at the ceiling until the light flicked on. Then he turned his head to look at me. "Oh," he breathed, "you came." My training kicked in, warring with the panic I could feel crawling up my spine. I swallowed. "I'm your nurse tonight. My name is Aaron. What's going on? I don't show you in our system." He frowned. "I've been ringing and ringing. I thought they forgot me again." "Again?" He looked past me at the doorway, like he was expecting someone else. "They said I'd be alone just a few minutes, just until my blood work came back. Then it got dark. It's always dark now." His voice was weak, strained. I came closer, heart pounding. The monitor above his bed was off, no telemetry leads, but his chest rose and fell. "Sir, what's your name?" He blinked slowly. "You know my name, don't you?" He angled his wrist toward me. The plastic band was so old the writing had half faded, but I could still make it out under the cracked laminate. Thomas Hall, admit date 02/13/1998. Discharge date blank. 1998, I whispered. That was the year I was born. His eyes found mine again. "The last nurse said she'd be right back, but she didn't come. Nobody came. I thought maybe if I kept pressing the button." I stepped back toward the door. "Mr. Hall, we don't even use this wing anymore. There's no record of you in our system. I need to call my charge nurse, get you properly admitted." He smiled, small and relieved. "So I'm not alone anymore?" I didn't answer. I fumbled my portable scanner out of my pocket and scanned his wrist. Patient not found. The scanner beeped again. Band expired. Something in my chest tightened painfully. "Just stay with me," he whispered. "Just until they come." "Who?" "The ones who turn off the light." For a second, everything in the room seemed to dim, like someone had dialed down the power. The buzzing fluorescent stuttered. In the momentary flicker of dark, I heard movement behind me, soft, shuffling steps right at the doorway. I spun around. No one, just the open door, the strip of hallway outside. When I turned back, Mr. Hall's eyes were wide, fixed over my shoulder. "They're here," he breathed. "I don't want to be alone again. Please don't go." The hairs on my arms lifted. The air grew heavier, colder. The light above the bed flickered again, more violently this time. I did what I'd been trained to do when my gut screamed run, but my badge said stay. I grabbed his hand. He squeezed back, surprisingly strong. "Please don't leave me," he whispered. "I'm not leaving," I lied. Behind me, I heard the soft click of a switch. The overhead light died. For a heartbeat, there was absolute black. In that darkness, I felt a presence crowding the small room, more than one, shapes moving, surrounding the bed, their cold pressed against my back, my arms, my neck. Then, from somewhere near the door, a flat, emotionless voice said, "Time of death, 2:47 a.m. My heart plunged. The lights snapped back on. The bed was empty, sheets still indented where a body had just been. The IV line hung limp. The plastic band lay on the pillow, split as if someone had cut it off. My fingers were still wrapped around nothing. I stumbled backward into the hall, gasping. The door to room 409 swung shut behind me, smooth and silent. When it closed, the faint outline of the frame vanished, just painted wall.
I ran back to the nurse's station and pulled up the old system archive, hands shaking. It took 10 minutes to find what I was looking for. Thomas Hall, deceased, 02/13/1998. Cause, sepsis. Family not present at the time of death. Nurse note, last entry. PT requesting reassurance will return after lab results. No follow-up note. No final comfort. I never told anyone exactly what happened. I just put in the maintenance ticket. Strange wiring issue near old 4th floor wing. Please investigate. The next night, I came on shift to a new note taped to the board. Attention staff. Old 4th floor wing now formally sealed. No access permitted. Maintenance had plastered over the faint metal outline where
409 had been. But some nights, around 2:47 a.m., the hallway call board still blinks red for a phantom room. And if you stand in that stretch of corridor, the air still drops cold, and you can just barely hear it, a weak, hoarse voice behind the wall. Please, don't forget me again.